everybody to the Critics Corner. I'm Andrew Branca with the Waxahachie Sun, and I'm here back in the corner with fellow reviewer Chris Bennett. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing fantastic, Andy. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
I'm excited about this movie that we're going to be reviewing today. It's called Our Friend.
Matt?
Hang on.
Matt, open this door.
Dana, hang on. Oh, God.
Matt!
What did you do that for?
That's the easy fix. I have a screwdriver in the car. I thought about doing stand-up comedy.
You tell jokes?
It's pretty scary to come up here. I have a friend who's been wanting to try stand-up, but he's a little chicken.
Dave is my best friend.
Go, Dave!
I'm so scared right now.
Most of the time I felt like they were married, and I was just a bystander.
Hey, buddy, it's Matt. Want to see how you were doing.
Hi, Fruit Loop. Hi, Fart Face. Mom. Hi, girls. Hi, Fruit Loop.
Hey, how you feeling?
Tired. Thanks for being here.
I will miss it.
Can we talk for a minute, Matt? It's going to get very hard. You're going to see things from Nicole never seen before.
You don't need to do this alone. I can come help you get to the other side of this.
I'd love to have you.
How long do you think you'll be up there?
I'm hoping just a couple weeks. Just want to make sure Matt gets back on his feet.
I usually make breakfast and dinner.
Maybe you can take some of that weight off. Speaking of, I was hoping you'd call me Grandma Dane.
Sure.
Molly, excuse me.
Sure, I'll call you Grandma Dane.
Thank you.
I want to make a list. I'd like to write letters to the girls for certain milestones in their lives. I want to have blue hair.
Molly, will you tell me when it's happening?
It's not happening.
It is.
Her entire life, she's wanted to be the Grand Marshal of Mardi Gras.
And I want to sing on stage with Katy Perry.
It all seems pretty doable.
Does it?
You've been gone for 3 months now. I thought that you were going to be gone for a couple weeks. What changed?
I got here and I saw that one person can't do this job.
I'm still a valid person,
Yeah, you
Matt.
are, but you gotta take
Don't get out of
I don't think you're this upset because I'm late.
What's happening to Mom?
I think you're mad because Mom is sick.
Why are you so hard on your dad?
Molly, you've broken my body.
I saw you smile.
People don't look at me when they talk to me anymore.
You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. You always will be. You know, you don't have to stick around.
Nicole's my best friend too. I'm happy to be here.
Why don't you tell our audience a little bit about this movie?
It can touch close to home for I think quite a few people. Basically, we have a couple. We've got a family who are faced with a crisis. It stars Dakota Johnson, who ends up her character is diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And then we have Jason Segel, who is a friend of the family, who basically gives up his life for a year to help out with this family in crisis.
Yeah, I think it's man, it is actually based on a article that was in Esquire magazine, so it's based on a true story. And I read the article in Esquire, and it mirrors pretty closely with the movie. So they did a fantastic job and really sticking true to the actual events that happened. Just a couple of modifications for I think the sake of the story to you know make it a little bit easier on filmmakers, but not a whole lot.
Exactly. And that's the problem that I think a lot of Hollywood faces with quote unquote artistic license. And sometimes I understand it, sometimes I don't. And I agree that they really stayed true to form with this one. So I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I was really impressed. I mean, everybody knows Jason Segel from How I Met Your Mother. He's more known for his comedy stuff here, but really on How I Met Your Mother, he showed a couple of glimpses into the more serious ness that he can portray as Marshall Erickson, particularly when his father died in the TV show. That really kind of opened that door to more he could do as an actor. And in this movie, man, I was just blown away about his performance. It was just it was incredible. I mean, just I think he provided a lot to the role, and I didn't see Jason Segel. I didn't see Marshall Erickson. I saw, his friend Dane that was in the movie, and wow, uh, man, this movie just touched me in so many ways. I was just really impressed by it.
Exactly. And I really feel like whenever you introduce I'm going to call cancer a character. When you introduce cancer as a character to any movie, it can be very tricky because you end up essentially with I feel like it's a shortcut to the heartstrings, right? You introduce cancer, and they use it as a plot device. And this movie, it did it in such a way where I didn't feel like it was a trope. I didn't feel like it was overdone. It was very raw, very real, and they did a wonderful job at weaving that into the film.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. And this other film I'm going to compare it to is also a true story. The original Brian song, which was good in its own right, but it brought about a lot of those cliches that are in pictures about people battling some type of major disease.
Hmm.
The peaceful ending at the hospital, everybody gathered around, the final speech given by the soon to be deceased loved one. That wasn't there, and you know personally I was kind of glad that it wasn't. It showed that death is a hard thing. It's not an easy digestible truth. It's something that's difficult. You can have a lot of support from people, but and you don't face it alone. I mean, you face it with a lot of people, but it just shows the good, the bad, and just the ugly side of what this thing can do. And Dakota Johnson just really showed that in her acting. I mean, the one part that got me is the doctor told Casey Affleck's character Matthew that you know eventually his wife was going to die. There was no cure, but he said, yeah, her personality is going to change. It's just going to be totally worse as she gets on this medication. And you just saw how it just kind of affected her. How she went from this person who was really accepting and caring, and to this person that just would lash out at people, and just it in a sense kind of gave a voice to the disease of how destructive it can be to people.
Exactly, and that's why I say call cancer a character in this film. Cancer seems to be its own you know own cast member, um, and this movie did a wonderful job of portraying the ripple effect that occurs when you have a family member with cancer. You've got a local theater actor played by Dakota Johnson, and then of course Casey Affleck. They've got two daughters, um, and everything just gets turned on its head, and in comes Dane slash Jason Segel. And you're exactly right, Andy. I didn't see Jason Segel. I didn't see Marshall Erickson. I saw Dane in this film, and what a beautiful, touching film.
Definitely. So uh I don't cry in many movies, but I left the theater in tears. I mean, it just so affected me in this. And you know uh and the other people in the audience, I mean, you could hear people weeping 3 rows behind me of how powerful the this movie was and the message it has. So
Exactly. Yeah.
uh,
Yep.
well, it comes to the point here that we've got to give this a rating. And but before that, I also want to applaud Casey Affleck. I mean, he did a tremendous job in this. The people that casted him into this role, uh, I thought they were very smart about doing that. I mean, it's almost similar a similar type of role to what he did in Manchester by the Sea, where he won his Oscar.
Exactly. I was going to say the exact same thing. Yep.
Yeah. But again, we've got to give it a rating on 1 to 10 here. So I'll let you go first here. What do you give this?
I would give this an 8 on the scale of 1 to 10.
You know, I'm partially biased. I would give it a 10. I thought it was just fantastic.
So we've got an average of 9 then, not too shabby.
Yeah, I think so. And if people are interested in reading the article after they see the movie or before, it's called, I believe, it's called The Friend, and it's in Esquire. It's still online, so just Google The Friend, and it will come up. Well, that is going to do it for this edition of the Critics Corner. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, movie suggestions, or just, want to make a comment about the review, feel free and give us the email. We'll be glad to respond to you and get back with you. So y'all have a great day and the rest of your weekend here.